guys, it's Ashley, your scrapping nerd, and today I'm excited because I'm participating in the Mixed Media Mayhem for the first time, and this is the layout that we are getting inspiration from, and it was created for Ranger Ink. And so I decided, of course, to do a beach layout, and I have this texture paste that's called White Sand. That was glossy accents, and then I'm using Distress Oxide and Broken China and Aged Mahogany, and then Distress Ink in Vintage Photo. And I have this fun coral stencil that I'm going to use, and my papers and all of my embellishments come from the Seaside Greetings from Craft O'Clock, which I just love that collection so much. And so I'm going to start with the Aged Mahogany, and in the inspiration layout there's like strips that go down the page, which is what I took from that. And so I start with the Aged Mahogany in the middle, and I'm doing kind of swirls because the idea is to make it seem like an underwater scene. And so I thought that if it was swirls, it looked more flowy, I guess is the word. And so I'm going to alternate the colors with the inks. So I do the Aged Mahogany, and then I'm going to do Broken China, and then Vintage Photo on the end. And I thought that these colors really went well with the Craft O'Clock collection, the Seaside Greetings. And so that's all I'm doing here is swirling my ink dauber up and down the page in a straight line and kind of blending the edges into the previous color. And I'm just alternating, and you'll see I'll continue doing that on the left side of the layout as well, so that it goes across. And I didn't want it to go all the way to the edge of the page. I just kind of wanted it in the middle, kind of a frame around the outside with the white paper. And this is new for me. I don't normally use just white paper. I love pattern paper. And so because two of them are oxides, I sprayed it with water and then rolled the paper towel across, and it just pulls up the ink from the paper, which gives it this nice kind of distressed look, but I thought also reminded me of bubbles within it. And so I'm going to take this stencil, and I'm going to use this texture paste that was White Sand. And I got it in kind of like a pack with some other things, so I have never used it. And it's very textured, it's very thick, and I put it through this stencil, and I thought it was going to stay white. And you're going to see that it does not stay white. But I rolled with it anyway. It is very textured, and it comes out having kind of a brown tint to it, which it says it's white sand, so maybe that's the sand part of it. It was also very hard to get stuff to stick to. But see, I really liked that with the white, but see how it's kind of dried in this kind of brown texture, but it adds a lot of texture to the layout. So I rolled with it, and I kept it, even though I was originally wanting the coral to be white and kind of show up better. So I'm going to use a piece of the pattern paper from the 8x8 paper pad I have, and just add one photo mat to my photo. The inspiration piece doesn't have much to it, and so I tried to follow along with that with the embellishments I put around my photo. So I'm only putting the one photo mat, and I couldn't decide how high I wanted the photo, but I figured I would start with my seashells. So at the bottom of the page, I'm going to put all these seashells there, and you saw the cut aparts. I cut them all out, and there was animals and then the seashells. And so the seashells are going to go along the bottom, and I'm going to do different heights, I don't know what the word is, dimensions. And so I have some that will lay flat on the page, and then I have some that I will pop up on foam dots. But one thing I did was I took these seashells and this piece of foam and my little tool with the ball on the end, and I ran that tool over the ridges of the seashells in the picture so that when you're looking at the layout, it adds ridges to those seashells and kind of helps add some dimension so they're not so flat of a seashell. And I had decided to keep the white border all around them because since the back paper is white, it seemed to match okay. So you're going to see I fiddled around with these seashells for hours, if not days. So I'm not going to make you watch all that. So you're going to kind of see where I cut in and out as I fill this bottom of the page. And I really liked how it turned out. The fact that white sand texture paste was really textured also helped at the bottom add some dimension to the seashells as I was adding to it. But like I said, I had to use the glue to glue them on because of that texture. And it made it a little bit hard. I would have to sit there and hold it until it adhered. But I was really liking how it turned out, and I really liked adding the texture to my seashells with that tool with the little ball on the end. I need to figure out what the name of that is. I always just call it the tool with the ball on the end, but I'm sure it has like an extra name. Maybe it's a stylus. But anyways, putting that on the foam just helps to add that dimension to the seashells. And so when if you touch the layout, you can feel all of the ridges of the seashells. And so you could see I just stuck them all on the bottom along the bottom of the page, and I wanted to add some sea creatures to the layout because, like I said, it's supposed to be kind of underwater. And I had this word together forever. I don't know where it came from. It might be a K & Company one. So I figured that's kind of my title, and I wanted to put these fish around it. And there's a bunch of different fish, but I wanted to keep the same kind of fish. So it's all, what are these, like clownfish that are swimming, like they're swimming across the layout. And like I said, it was hard to get things to stick. So the photo, I had to put a lot of glue behind it and then just kind of set this bowl on top to help adhere to that texture paste. And then with the fish, I decided to pop up on foam dots, so that adds dimension, but then it's also a lot easier to get them to stick to that texture paste. And I'm really liking how it's looking. In the inspiration, there was a bunch of words on the left side of the layout, and so that's where I got this inspiration. And it's just some wedding words that I had in my stash that I thought would look nice with this. It says our wedding, the second one says love, from this day forward, cheers, there's a little arrow, and then just the big day. So I liked how that looked. And then I wanted to use the glossy accents to add bubbles. And so I put them around the fish, and then I just kind of added some down by the shells. Like maybe there's some fish behind the shells that are releasing the bubbles. But that is pretty much the layout. I'm going to add a couple sayings with it. There's a just married in the seashells, and then the best day ever at the top corner. But thank you to everyone that's liked and subscribed to my channel. I really appreciate it. If you haven't yet, go ahead and hit those buttons. Make sure you check out all the links for the Mixed Media Mayhem and everyone that's playing along. And I hope that everyone has a great day. Bye!